Hi, my name is Dan Hauptman, and I'm one of your instructional coaches in the Palmdale School District. And one of the questions that came across our email was how students access Brainpop and how they can work with Brainpop through Google Classroom if there is an assignment. So we figured we'd show both sides. We show the teacher side, how to assign that, and then on the student side, how they access the material. So I'm in ClassLink already, and as you can see, I've got all my icons and folders. That's what I do. You don't need to do that, but it does keep me sane. And I'm going to go right here to Brainpop. And now I am logged in. So I know I'm logged in because there's my name. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go right here to the dashboard. And this brings me to where all my classes are, any assignments I have, and any projects. So I'm going to create a new assignment, and I'm going to call this the water cycle. And I'm going to give this to my 5th grade science class. And if you want to make sure that all your students are getting it, or maybe you have them differentiated, you can drop that down. I only have Snoopy, so that'll be the one student that will be receiving this assignment. My due date is going to be tomorrow. I'm not going to schedule this for later, but you can make it show up later on, depending on how you want to work that. So I'm going to go ahead and hit next. So I'm going to add the topic from Brainpop, and I'm going to go ahead and search water cycle, and there it is. And now I've added it. So from there, I can add in the movie, which is what we want. And I'm going to do this as a 5th and 6th grade assignment. And then there's also a movie quiz. So at the end of the video, they'll have to take a quiz. From there, you can have them do things like a mixed quiz, make a map, make a movie, do some creative coding, do some more reading, or do some vocabulary. So when you preview the vocabulary, this is what it takes you to. So define each term below and use it in a sentence. They would click on the word, they would add the definition, and give it in a sentence. In this case, I'm not going to have them do that. I'm just going to keep it the way it is. You can also add a game. And when you're ready, you can hit next. So I'm going to have them watch the movie and take the quiz. You can be more specific. You can change the order and how you want to do this. Here's I can edit if I want to, or I can keep it where I want it to. I like what is here. And now I'm going to go ahead and assign that. So now I've got that successfully assigned to those students. Now I'm going to share it to Google Classroom. So I'm going to choose my test classroom. It's got everything I just typed in right here. There's the link. Here's the class. It's going to go to all of my students in that classroom, although only Goofy is going to be taking this. He's my only 5th grade student, and I'm going to make this due tomorrow. It's not going to be worth 100 points. I'll make it worth 20. And I don't think I have a topic, and that's okay. I'm going to keep it with no topic. I would actually, you know what? I am going to give it a topic just so I can move it later on and get rid of it. I'm going to go ahead and assign that. So now I've done 2 things. Not only have I assigned it in Brainpop, so there it is right there in Brainpop, but now in Google Classroom, when I go in and I look at the classwork, here's my water cycle assignment. So that's the teacher side. Now let's take a look at the student side. All right, so I am in now as Snoopy. There's Snoopy right there. And so I'm going to go ahead and log into Brainpop. That's the first thing that the students need to do because they need to be recognized in Brainpop. Now, they do have a notification that they've got some work to do, but what I want them to do is to come back into ClassLink and go into Google Classroom. If this pops up, we're going to say skip. Now, the reason I want them to come back into Classroom is because this is going to take them directly to the assignment. So there's the assignment. I went ahead and closed that other tab. We don't need it anymore. And so it takes me directly there. Here's my instructions, and here is the assignment. So I'm going to go ahead and take this assignment, and then I'll bring us back here All right, so I've just finished watching the video, and as the students watch the video, there's questions as they move through it. I can either review my results or I can submit to the teacher. I'm going to go ahead and submit, and I'm going to confirm the submit. And now I can come back to the assignment, or I can click the hide details or show details and go to the quiz, which is what I'm going to do right now. And so I'm going to go ahead and take the quiz on the water cycle. And as soon as I'm done, I'll come back and I'll show you more. All right, so I've taken my assessment. I got a couple wrong. And now I'm done. I can go back to my assignment. And now if you notice, it says done. So from a student standpoint, they're finished. So they can actually come back into Google Classroom, view that assignment, and mark it as done. And now let's take a look at the teacher side. So now I'm back into the teacher side. I'm going to go ahead and refresh this. And if you notice here, it says 1 done in the dashboard. Let's go ahead and click on that. There's Snoopy. I can go ahead and take a look at his work. I can see what questions he got wrong or what he got right. I can see at how much time he took it, whether he typed the answer correctly or whether he drew the answer correctly. I can add comments, and I can submit these back to the student. Going back to the dashboard, I can also take a look at his quiz. He got 8 out of 10. I can take a view of it and see what he got wrong. And in this case, it's science. I don't know that I would necessarily pull small group for science. Maybe for a 5th grade I might. But I could also, if this were another subject, I'd be able to pull him aside and go over what he got wrong, or at least go over it as a class. So that's Brainpop with Google Classroom integration. I know it seems like there might be a little bit extra clicking here and there, but really it is a simple way of getting your kids in and out and keeping track of their assignments in Google Classroom, especially if that's the center of what you're doing in your class. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We'd be more than happy to help you out. Have a good day.